Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Anna Sansevi. Today I wanted to show you a couple of books that I have in my library that spark this joy and thrill in me to actually go in the studio and design pieces and draw and cut and sew and create a collection. Let's go through my library. I will pick up some titles that I find are notable and that could possibly spark some interest. Alright, so I've picked a couple of titles for you guys. I didn't pick too many for the video not to be too long, and also I will not get too much in depth about each one of those, but I will give you a bit of an overview. So I'm going to start from this incredible Christian Lacroix Diary of a Collection album. It features the process and all the sketches and the mood board creation. You're basically getting inside of Christian Lacroix's head in much detail. It's incredible because I think it's a very rare type of publication. I am going to link everything below for your reference. Obviously, you might want to use different shops to buy from us. I'm based in the UK and you guys should just look for your local options. Alright, something that was published very recently, I would guess 2018. It's the Fashion Central, all about St. Martin's, which Central St. Martin's is arguably the most prestigious fashion school in the world, and this book features student work of both established designer legends such as John Galliano and Alexander McQueen, and very, very new guys such as Richard Quinn and Molly Goddard, Charles Jeffrey, etc. So this is something I got recently, and I also will be going through this one in the coming days. Now, my favorite autobiography, Dio by Dio. I love it because you emerge into an entirely different era, because the book was first published in 1956, which is, the 50s was so different, and I loved it so much that I got it also in a Polish version, because reading things in your native language is just something else. So I recommend it. And series of books about designers from the 90s, fashion memoir. I have here Emilia Pucci, Christian Lacroix and Vivienne Westwood. Yes, Vivienne Westwood, the queen of British fashion and queen of punk. And every time I see her work, I want to go to my mannequin and start draping. Also, I've got Emilia Pucci, the king of print, especially in the 60s, 70s, and it makes me always want to explore print, create my own print for my own brand. Emilia Pucci house still works to this day, and you can still wear those incredible prints in scarves and clothing to this day. There are plenty of those. I think I have Jean-Paul Gaultier somewhere as well. Plenty of those. And what I love about this series is, obviously it also had different covers, but from 90s they were all dirty and I hated them, so I removed them. What I love about this series is it features photos and information from 90s or before 90s, and something you can't find on the internet, not too easily at least. So I love those because it just gives you a different insight on fashion. A bit newer, or very, very new series, this incredible, catwalk or défilé in the French edition series by Townes and Hudson. I've got Yves Saint Laurent and I've got Chanel by Karl Lagerfeld. So these feature collections year by year, season by season. There are also other designers in the series such as Prada, Louis Vuitton, Dior, of course. Dior is my next. Not only they are incredible coffee table books, obviously, but They are an insanely great resource for both inspiration and general enjoyment of fashion. I believe that for fashion, it's best to draw inspiration from anything but fashion. However, I do really enjoy diving into designers that I admire. I find it very motivating and it pushes me to do my own work in my own ways. Okay, these are really heavy. I'll move them aside. Alright. Okay, and next goes work by a lesser known designer. That's why I wanted to talk about him. It's Claude Montana. I absolutely love his work. I have discovered him only a couple years ago because media barely talks about him. He was an incredibly famous, the it designer of 80s, especially in France. He also worked for Lanvin for a little while. I absolutely adore his powerful looks, the big shoulders, the leather looks, the incredible construction. I really truly recommend you look him up. This Austin Kleon series of books, the very famous Steal Like an Artist, Show Your Work, Keep Going. Incredibly motivating, inspiring, positive series of books that I think every creative should have because it is so well written in such an easygoing way. I especially love Show Your Work book because I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist and I have difficulties sharing things that I don't find ideal on social media, and he outlines the importance of sharing rather than sharing only things that are great. Yeah, brilliant, mind-blowing. Now I'm moving on to mangas. Paradise Kiss and Nana, both by Ai Yazawa, my favorite mangaka, my favorite manga artist. I've discovered Paradise Kiss when I was just around 13, 12. I believe it has shaped me into who I am right now, into what I like right now, even the career path, because this one actually talks about fashion designers and they are so beautifully illustrated and feature fashion. Nana features loads of Vivienne Westwood. I could go on for hours, but that would be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found it interesting. And if you've got any suggestions yourself, any interesting titles, mention them in the comment section below. Now that I just saw so much incredible work, I am itching to get back to work, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Make sure you subscribe as well for similar content in the future and leave a thumbs up because apparently that helps. And I'll see you next time. Bye!